So the other day I was thinking about the driver apps. Both have their good features, both have their bugs, and I thought, why not combine both apps to make the ideal app as they currently stand right now? Alright, so this won't be a wish list of features that I want to see. This will be a list of features as the apps currently stand right now, combining both apps. These are simple features. Both apps could implement these features tomorrow. It's just kind of quirky how they both have nuances, they both have bugs. They're very similar in a lot of ways, but they're different in quite a few ways. Alright, and the first main feature that I'd like to see when combining the apps is seeing the upfront info throughout the entirety of the trip from acceptance to drop off. And this is on the Lyft app. With the Lyft app, when you accept the ride, you're able to see that upfront info always. You just toggle up, you're able to see the upfront fare, you're able to see the drop-off location. With Uber, you're only able to see that upfront info until you accept the ride. Once you accept the ride, that upfront info disappears. As soon as you accept the ride, you have to remember what the upfront fare is because you no longer know what it is. You also don't know what the destination address is anymore until you arrive at the passenger's pickup location. And Lyft is doing this right. They're providing that upfront info from the moment that you accept the ride throughout the entirety of the trip until you drop the passenger off. Combining both apps, I would include this feature. Alright, the second feature that I would use when combining both apps is Uber's version of messaging. So with Uber, when you need to send the passenger a message, you open up the contact area and it's like sending a text message. You can send a custom message, and there's also some canned messages that you can send if you want to. This is a simple and ideal way to contact the passenger. I use a custom message every time I contact the passenger. And with Lyft, when you want to message the passenger, you have to send a canned message first. And here are the canned messages that they include. I don't like any of these, to be honest. I would never send my passenger a canned message saying stuck in traffic. I would want to give them more detail. And I also would never tell them can't take a call now, sorry. Of course I can take a call from them. They're my main focus right now when I'm en route to them. So you have to send one of these canned messages first, and then you can send a custom message. Usually I just send the I'm your driver Joe message first, and I do send them a custom message that just says hello, I am just out front. And in order to send this message, I actually use the iOS text replacement option, and I just have to type the letters JOF and it will autofill with this custom message. And it would be nice if both driver apps just allowed us to add our own customized canned messages. So this is a simple combination with the Uber driver app. It's like sending a text message. This is a very simple thing for Lyft to implement. Alright, the next combined feature. I personally don't like to have to rate a passenger. I like the option. With Uber, you have to rate the passenger after the ride. With Lyft, you're given the option. And the only time I rate a passenger on Lyft is if A, it was a really bad ride and I don't want to be matched with that rider again. I rate them 3 stars or lower. Or B, if it's a really good ride and they tip me. Alright, and this parlays into the next combined feature, which is on the Uber driver app, where you can just send thanks to passengers for tips. When you receive a tip on Uber, in the driver app, you receive a message that says you received a tip from this rider. Then you can go into that message and actually just press a button that sends thanks to that passenger for the tip. With Lyft, you don't have that option. You can send feedback to Lyft about that passenger, but I don't know if the passenger ever sees that. And honestly, when it's a good ride and I've been tipped, I don't want to provide feedback on that passenger. It's obvious. I'm going to rate them 5 stars and I'm going to thank them for the tip. When it's a bad ride, that's when I need to provide feedback to let Lyft know what this passenger did that I didn't like. So it's a simple thing. Whenever you receive a tip on both apps, you should be able to just press a button and send a thanks to that passenger for the tip. Alright, the next feature, and this is on the Uber driver app again. When you're approaching the passenger's pickup location, the app just auto arrives you at the pickup location. You don't have to press a button, you're just auto arrived. And with Lyft, when you arrive at the pickup location, you have to select tap to arrive to start the countdown clock. And there are times where I've been driving for Uber for so long and then I switch over to Lyft, and when I arrive at the pickup location, I forget that I have to select that tap to arrive button. Also, I have a bone to pick with Uber. Sometimes you arrive at the pickup location and you're right there at the pickup location and the auto arrive will not initiate. It won't happen at all. You'll be right at the pickup location and it won't happen. So it would be nice by combining these features if the auto arrive existed, but also you had the option to select tap to arrive if auto arrive is not initiating. Alright, the next feature, and I don't know why this doesn't exist in the Uber driver app. It does in the Lyft app. It's obvious. When you're in destination mode in the Lyft app, when you receive a request, you're able to see both the pickup location and the drop-off location on the map. That's not the same way with Uber. With Uber, when you're in destination mode, you're able to see the pickup location on the map, but you're not able to see the drop-off location on the map. I have no idea why they have it this way. Uber, why are you not showing us the drop-off location on the map on destination rides? I'm baffled. Alright, the last combined combined feature, and this is on the Lyft driver app. It is the stay within area filter. I love the stay within area filter. Now with upfront fares and upfront info, we're actually able to do our own stay within area filter if we want to. But it's nice with the Lyft driver app that we're able to just set that filter and forget it, not have to worry about filtering out the rides that we don't want to get. And it just makes it more efficient for Lyft. If I just want to be accepting shorter rides and I'm allowed to set that filter, I'm not declining a ton of rides. With Uber, if I want to just give a bunch of shorter rides, I'm declining a ton of rides by not being able to set that filter. All right, so something I'd like to get rid of are the bugs, which I'd combine apps in order to get rid of those bugs. On Uber, there is a brightness issue on iOS. If I have the driver app open during navigation, the Uber driver app, and navigating using their navigation, my iPhone will get too hot and it won't allow me to raise the brightness above 50%. So I'll have it at 100%, but I can tell that the max brightness is actually only 50%. This issue has been on iOS for years. I don't know why it exists. I don't know why Uber can't fix it, but I really wish they would. So when I'm navigating when I'm driving for Uber, I'm almost never using their navigation. I'm always using Google Maps because I'm afraid of that overheating issue where my screen is not bright enough for me to be able to see it. And a bug on the Lyft driver app is after you've accepted a request, sometimes right after you've accepted that request, the ride disappears. So you've accepted the request, it disappears, you think that the ride is gone, and then it will pop back up. So I would combine both apps and get rid of these bugs. All right, so overall, those are the features that I would include on a combined app as the apps currently stand. Those are also the bugs that I would get rid of. But what about all of you? Were there things that I missed? Were there features that I missed? Were there bugs that I missed? Leave a comment below and let us know. Overall, as they currently stand, I do prefer the Lyft driver app. It's better, it's more colorful, it provides that upfront info throughout the entirety of a trip. It does have some annoying things. The Uber driver app has some annoying things, but overall, the Lyft driver app is just superior in my opinion. Again, let us know below in the comments if there's anything that I missed. Thanks again for watching and drive safe. Thanks.